used to being that type of guy. You know, the guy that goes up to his window, see what's outside, and pay attention to nothing else than what he can see right in front of him. Because I'm too afraid to go out there. I go out to get food. I go out to go to the library as an alternate from locking myself here because basically my apartment is, I myself would recommend I get condemned due to unlivable conditions. I go to the library to stay away from the disruptive neighbor, the bugs, the fact that I get little heat here. So there'd be days, such as last week, where it was -6 degrees, and it was 60 in here. The heat technically does work, but like there's cool air that like goes through the bottom of the window, just like it leaks water when a simple sprinkler has been placed right outside my fucking window, like it always does during the warmer months, and then which of course damage one of my journals because of that. So cool air comes in here, and then there's a vent in the bathroom, has tape over it because bugs go through there too. But cold air goes through there, so I'm getting nothing but cool air. So I go to the library to also get heat, basically. What I wanted for this new year, well, for one thing, I think I'm getting better at is leaving the past behind me. Because although I've made my share of huge mistakes that caused me to be in this mess, I think I should stop punishing myself for stuff I did back in 2006. It's 2018 now, so I think I should move on. And trust me, it wasn't like automatically like that. It wasn't like, okay, I'll forget about it. It took me months to practice that. So, that's one baggage off my shoulders. I need to learn how to forgive myself for my past mistakes. But I can't forgive, well, most of them. There's still a couple of them I'm still working on. Actually, the big thing is that I'm still suffering through is the isolation. Let me tell you, when you isolate yourself from the world for so long, no matter the reason, whether it's mental illness, you prefer to live that way, which I don't, you lose, not only do you lose yourself through that process, but you lose knowledge with that too. And to me, this puts me at a huge disadvantage because that means I don't know how to eventually, I hate it when I have to say this, eventually when I readapt to the real world, and I hate to say this because I wanted to be killed, that was my fucking plan. Hanging, drowning, what else have I done? Cutting. I've done stuff like that, and I'm still alive, unfortunately. So, at this point, I know I'm gonna survive my depression, and I hate saying that to myself, but I just foresee that coming. God wants me alive, and there's nothing I can do about it. So the only thing I can do is continue to heal, or learn how to. But what I'm trying to say is, whenever I readapt to the real world, to go back out there eventually, I definitely can't be today, or this month for that matter, I won't know what to do. Because of me always isolating myself, literally in my own apartment or the library, as an alternate. All I know is how to stay here. I don't know nothing. I don't know anything. I don't know. Even if I had a job today, I still am not living because I don't know what to do in between that time. When it comes to me to the point where I can finally be ready to get a job, I can already see this happening. I would go to work and go back home. Go to work, go back home. Go to work, go back home. I don't want to live like that. How about go to work, have fun, eat out when you can afford it, then go home? That would be really nice. I have no life experience of a 32-year-old. None. 6 years alone has been locked up in here, or the library as an alternate. Um, because I was afraid and I was depressed. I'm still depressed. But I think those meds are starting to work, which is very unfortunate. But, like, seriously, this is a problem. I freeze at the thought of me going outside because I don't know what to do. And what's worse is, no one loves me, so no one gives a shit about me. No one cares. No one gives me a thought. I don't exist to anyone in this world. I'm all alone. I don't have a support group. I don't have a support system. I'm going through depression by myself. I was hoping for the more tragic result, suicide. Suicide is the answer. Not for everyone else, but for me. Suicide for me is the answer. Because think about it. If I was dead, no more loneliness, no more mistakes, no more failures, no more isolation, no more financial issues, nothing. I wouldn't have to worry about nothing. My soul will be in hell where it deserves to be. I'm certainly not going to heaven. Oh, and if I was dead, I can avoid being rejected in brutal ways by other people, which is the only result I get from everybody. Rejection is the only thing I can get from people. So death does have, taking my own life does have its benefits. I still don't think life is worth living, especially when all you get is pain and suffering, and not to mention failures. What's worse is I don't even try to fail. I fail just because that's my only talent, failure. So this puts me at a problem. I don't know what to do. What do you do in between the time that you have for free time? How do you develop hobbies? How do you... When you think about life, I think about what's pressuring me now. Plans. You need to have plans. Every single day for the rest of your life, you need to have plans. Weekend plans, weekday plans, hourly plans. It's too much. I can't deal with it. But at the same time, it would be nice to actually have a life outside of isolation. But that's the thing. I keep hearing people say live to the fullest. Live it up, whatever. But no one tells you how to do it. Of course, okay, fine. You can't tell a person how to live their life. But I'm a unusual circumstance. I spent over at least 15 years in depression. Tried to kill myself multiple times. Overdosing. That was another way I did it. That was my last attempt. My very last attempt was in 2011 of January, and it was overdosing. I miss those days. Those were some good days. I did everything I could to end my own life so nobody would have to put up with me anymore. I wouldn't have to put up with myself. I'm not gonna lie, I miss those days where I was even more self-destructive. From cutting, watching myself bleed was a turn on. Um, and I don't mean like, uh, what I mean by turn on is, to me it was attractive. It was a good thing. It meant I could die at any minute. Life was being drained out of me. It was good times. Good times. I don't do that stuff anymore, which is unfortunate. Sometimes I wish I can go back to it. But it would have been nice. Hurting myself, putting myself intentionally, occasionally I do try to walk in the middle of traffic so I can intentionally get hit by a car. I only so far walked on the side of the road, not in the middle of it. But someday, who knows, maybe I can change my mind and have the courage to walk in front of a car. That'd be nice. Um, but anyway, I do not know how to live. That's what I'm trying to say. Because I've isolated myself in this apartment, not to mention the apartment where I tried to kill myself before, and I refer to it as my cemetery. So I can, although my last suicide attempt was 6 years ago, I can totally see myself try to take my life here if I don't get out of here. It's my personal graveyard. So that's what I see this place as. Yeah, it's the one place no one goes to, because who's gonna talk to me? Nobody does. I am the most disgusting piece of shit of humanity. Trust me, no one is going to even dare try to be nice to me. Yeah, anyway. So that's my problem.